seemed like it, and then all your teammates kind of confirmed last night that your defensive play and energy really changed the game in that second half and fourth quarter. What were you focused on and trying to do out there in that later stages of the game?
Just trying to communicate to my teammates, trying to set the tone coming out the half. We all know that first half was a little ugly to watch, and we didn't particularly play our best, but I wouldn't say it was just me. I feel like it was all of us. We stuck together through adversity. We're down 17. We could have quit, could have gave up, but we didn't. We continued to fight and came out and got the dub. I think it's like the first comeback win of the season. So, just continue to keep growing and get better each day.
You think you had a play where I believe it was Mitchell tried to drive on you from the perimeter all the way to the rim, and you kind of stayed with him the whole time and ended up being able to block him right at the rim. How hard is it to stay with a guy, stay in front of him in the basket, and then not foul through that entire time?
It's difficult. Particularly, don't know where the screen's coming. 90% of the game is pick and roll, so I just try to heat him up as best I can. Be physical, kind of body him over if there was a screen, to where I can avoid it, or I get hit. It'll be an illegal screen. So just trying to help my team as best I can. Do my part on the ball, and not let guys score. He was hot early on, and he's playing great ball right now, and just try to slow him down as best I can. And
there's a fine line between playing aggressively like you did and fouling. How do you get in that flow where you can play as close as you did aggressive and not foul?
I kind of gotta fill it out early in the game with the refs, just kind of see how they're calling it. They kind of let us play a little bit yesterday, and us being the down team, they kind of knew we were gonna come out hungry. That's kind of how basketball's played. They just kind of sense that team that's down 17 on their home court are gonna come out hungry, and they let us play a little bit more. So that's what happened. We came out hungry, not just me, all 5 guys, and 8 guys come out off the bench. So we did it together. You just gotta kind of find that balance, like you said, of playing aggressive but not fouling. Just kind of opposing your will, but also showing your hands and not pushing them around too much. So it's good.
Dre, you guys obviously you've been everywhere in the league. You've been in all these arenas. You know these crowds. Is there some excitement of going to a place you haven't played? Just kind of the unknown of it.
For sure. I mean, it's kind of like preseason. Or I'm taking a preseason trip overseas, which is pretty cool. Kind of doing it during season. Gonna be a little different for us. Just kind of getting away from the routine of things and going to different places not familiar, which I think is gonna be pretty special. And just another place for us to bond. So I think it'll be cool.
Dre, what have you noticed is the biggest difference between what Steven's been able to do this year and maybe the past couple?
He's figuring it out, man. He's figuring out the game. We're picking out his spots, getting to his sweet spots. Him and Russ got a great 2-man game going with the pick and roll, and he's being a physical and aggressive and imposing as well on guys. So I think he's kind of figured out the ins and outs of the games with the guys and with the refs. So he's just only going to continue to grow, in my opinion. So he's definitely becoming one of the biggest forces in the game right now.
Dre, in the past couple of games, Billy's gone to a lineup in the second quarter where it's 5 guys that were on the team last year. I think it's you and Russell and Steven and Alex and Jeremy Grant. It's something that he hadn't used in previous games, just in the last 2. What have you seen in those stretches in those particular lineups?
To be honest, I haven't really thought about it. But it's just kind of a familiar group of guys that's been out there, kind of know what each other does a lot and very well, and kind of have certain sets on the offense end that we kind of go to as well on the defense end. We know who to switch with, who not, staying in push coverage and stuff like that. So we kind of have a more of a familiar sense with each other. But it just makes the game that much easier when you have that little bit more chemistry, which, all the other guys, we're all still figuring it out and continue to grow each and every day, as you kind of seen yesterday. So, when we do that, we're going to be a dangerous team to beat. So
you study the league as much as anybody. What are you going to see tomorrow with Brooklyn and their guards?
Their guards are playing extremely well right now. All of them can kind of shoot the ball. Even the bigs shooting corner threes, Mars Goff, and we got to be ready for all the guys on the team. We know they're going to come out aggressive, play hard, and it's gonna be a great test for us to come out and bounce back from how we played last night, and just kind of continue that second half going into the next game. So should be good, and got to come out and beat a hungry team.
Just a little bit of a follow-up to what Eric was asking. You guys, at the start of the fourth quarter, that lineup you guys had out there seemed to just kind of cohesively work so well on defense. Like Steven talked about how on point your communication, execution, all those rotations, the traps, and everything was there. Is that something that now you feel like is kind of starting to come together with those sorts of units, just because you've kind of got that under your belt and the communication is coming a little more naturally?
Definitely. Like you said, coach still trying to figure out which guys work together, and I think he kind of found something yesterday that kind of worked with. We started in the end of the third, and kind of carried it into the fourth, which kind of made it that much more easier when you have the momentum. So, it just makes it that much easier, when you know what each other does, and how to help in certain situations, and just have each other's back. And that's kind of a lineup we had last year, so we have a little bit of experience with it. So I think it's great. There's probably some other ones out there, rotations and units that we can put together that we still haven't found yet. So, it's a long season, and we'll get it right.
I have a UCO question.
Yeah.
You've got Anthony close to you, and that means other family comes to see games.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like compared to not having anybody here and visiting as much, or having your brother play
it's great, man. Me living up in Edmond, he's not too far away from me. If we need to hang out, Aunt, come over here. If he needs me to come over there, I'll go over there. So, we've been together all our whole lives. Me and him. We got 5 sisters. It's just been me and him the whole time. So, it's kind of cool to have him up here with me and just kind of watch over him a little bit. So, and special to kind of get a chance to see him play finally, because I'm always busy during the season, and it's hard for me to get down there and watch him play. So, it's good. It's good. I love it.
All right. Thanks, Drew.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Drew.